Hello, BookTube. Welcome to Lizzie Faye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth, and I have an announcement today. It is time to tell you about Middle Grade May. Yes, it is going to be a whole month this time, rather than just a week in May. Now, I know some of you are, we're right on the heels of Middle Grade March, which was a brand new middle grade readathon that was started just this year in 2018. But Middle Grade May has actually been around since 2015, I believe. I did not participate that first year. I didn't even know about BookTube. I think in May of 2015, or I think I knew about it, but I didn't know about this readathon. But I have been participating since 2016, and it is super fun. I have really enjoyed participating. And so this year, Akossiwa, who is the main creator of Middle Grade May, she is the creator of Middle Grade May. Her channel is Akossiwa K. She also calls herself the Middle Grade Cheerleader. She has asked myself and 3 other people to help co-host. So I want to tell you about the hosts, and also want to tell you about how the Middle Grade May readathon is going to be structured, and the themes for each week, and that type of thing. And so let's get started. Now, Akossiwa is the creator. She started this originally with Patty from I Smell Books, who later became Patty's Book Nook, and who doesn't even do videos anymore, sadly, but she does have a blog. And so they hosted it the first year, and then I think about the time the second year came along, Patty was already pulling back from BookTube, so Akossiwa was on her own for a couple of years. But this year, she decided to add some hosts, and besides myself, it's going to be Elizabeth Tyree, who is one of my best BookTube friends, and I want you to be sure and subscribe to her. She is so fun. And then a couple of people that I did not know before. One is Edshara, and her channel name is so cute. It is SharaMeWithBooks, so that's really awesome. And then the other host is mostly a blogger, and I don't have her blog link yet, but as soon as I get it or figure out what it is, then I will link it. But she does have a YouTube, but I think there's only maybe one bookish related video on there so far. Her name is Abby Johnson, and I think her blog is AbbyLibrarian. So I want to encourage you to check out all of the hosts. Now, there's only really one reading challenge for the month, and it is to identify quotes, awesome quotes as you read, and then tweet those, or use the hashtag, and just tweet those out on Twitter. And that is really the only reading challenge. But there are going to be there's 5 weeks in May. A couple of them are partial weeks, but anyway, the 5 weeks in May, each week has a theme, and so each of the 5 hosts are going to take one of those weeks and do a video about a certain theme or category within the middle grade realm of books. So let me go over those. The first one is 5 memorable middle grade literature characters. And Akossiwa did say, though, that any of the hosts can do supplemental videos, like if we want to mainly do our video, and then if we want to do a video about these other topics, we can. And so this is one, I'm not assigned this one, but I may do one for this, because I can think right now of some that I would really love to talk about. And I'm not sure, I think Akossiwa is the host for this, for the first week. Then week 2 is favorite heartbreaking middle grade novels, and Edshara is going to be the host for that week. Then week 3 is going to be favorite underrated middle grade books, and I'm the host for week 3, so I will definitely be doing a video that week in the 3rd week of May. Then week 4 is middle grade debuts that you want your library to be sure to order, or that you want to recommend to your library, and I'm not sure which host is doing that one. Then the last one is middle grade books featuring diversity in a positive and uplifting way. So those are the 5 themes for the month of Middle Grade May, and be sure to use the hashtag Middle Grade May when you tweet or whatever. I don't know if there's going to be any specific Instagram challenges or anything, but I know I will probably be posting some things on Instagram with that hashtag. So if you are a bookstagrammer and not a booktuber, then if you're participating, be sure that you post some things during the month about Middle Grade May. Now, her previous hashtag was hashtag MG Lit reads, I think. I don't know, I'll type it in below. So you could use both hashtags if you want, and if you want to look that one up, the old one, so you can see what people posted last year and the previous years. Anyway, she was willing to change it to Middle Grade May, which I know Elizabeth, Tyree, and we always call it that anyway because it just rolls off the tongue. And so she was gracious enough to kind of change the title a little bit because we asked. So that was really sweet. And thank you, Akoss, for that. So anyway, I hope that you will participate in Middle Grade May. And I know a few of you have already told me that you were planning to. So I'm excited. I have got quite a few books that I have set aside to read. Oh, and I almost forgot. I'm actually doing one other challenge in May, and Elizabeth Tyree is also going to do this challenge, and we want to encourage you to do it as well. And that is something that I dubbed Book a Day in May a couple of years ago. Excuse me. Sorry, I don't like to cough on camera, and I got strangled again. Now, last year, actually the last 2 years, I have been able to read a book a day in May. And then this past year, Elizabeth Tyree read, I think, like 30. And so I was like, hey, why don't you do this with me? You know, you read 30 books. That's practically 31. You know, that's virtually a book a day in May. So if you are interested in doing a book a day in May with us, let me know. And of course, use the hashtag for that as well. And I will put that down below. Now, it doesn't mean you have to be finishing a book every day. I tend to have several books going on at once, and I'm not necessarily finishing one book every day. Some days I finish several, some days I don't finish any, and that's totally fine. As long as it averages out to 30, 31 books in the month of May, then that still counts as book a day in May. Or even if you try it and you don't make it, that's okay. If you're just attempting it, then of course, you know, that's awesome. So anyway, and it's really easy to do with middle grade books because so many of them are very short. Now, I'm not even saying you need to read all middle grade books. If you want to read some short adult books, if you even want to read children's storybooks, that's fine with me to count for your book a day in May. And, you know, whatever, you know, as long as it's a title and it's a book, then go for it. And graphic novels and all of that can count for the book a day in May challenge. So that's it for this video. I will be coming back to you more with my TBR and everything. Coming up next, I've got the Amish in April readathon to get past, and then I'll be talking more about Middle Grade May in the last few days of May. So that's all for this video. I just wanted you to know about it and go ahead and get subscribed to the hosts. Be planning your TBR, and I'll be chatting with you soon about Middle Grade May. So I hope you're having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.